Hiya!
Hello!
Welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I'm Cece.
I'm Dammy.
And we're glad you're here today. Today is Friday, the 12th of March, 2021, and this is episode 435. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love y'all. To all returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Dammy's back with us for the first time since our break. Yay! And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who commented and reached out and just sent your support and love after last week's episode. I'm very grateful for this community and just really feeling the love. So I'm very, very grateful. So thank you so much. All right, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Because we're playing catch up, not the condiment. So I think we probably should go ahead and get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what's on her needles.
Yes, okay. So in my adorable kitty project bag from Little Fish Stitches, I'm continuing to work on the second sock from the I'll have 2 coffees and 2 cherry danishes to go please socks designed by me. I'm doing these on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and I'm using It's All About You Fidalgo sock in the Cherry Blossoms version 2.0 colorway. So when I designed this pattern, we only, at some point we decided only to, in our designing careers, decided only to knit 1 sock of a pair when we designed it. And then when we were doing our, going through our samples for the sample sale and everything, there was all those odd, only 1 sock pair, or only 1 sock and not a full pair. And then I got to this one and I was like, wait, I have the leftover yarn in my stash, so I can knit the second one. So this is the first one. This is the one from when I designed the pattern. And here, hold on, sorry, I should have... The yarn is twisted around my stitch marker. There we go. Here is the second one. And I have started on the heel. I started on the heel yesterday on my way to work on the bus. So, yeah. So working on the heel. And the leg is going to go a little slower because there's the patterning on both needles. Not really both needles, but both halves of the needle. But I knit these on Zoom needles, the 9-inch circulars. My preferred, that's what I call them, as Zoom needles. That's not what they are really called. For those who want, because I always get asked about them, these are Hiya Sharps 9-inch circulars in the US 1.5, 2.5 mil size. And I call them Zooms because I zoom around in circles. So I'm working on that. And that's the only thing I have active knitting-wise, but I do have an FO. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished project.
So I only have 1 this week after the multitude last week since I was playing catch-up. This is my 10th preemie hat for 2021. It's from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on our website.
JavaPearlDesigns.com.
And I didn't say that in the last segment, but the socks that I'm knitting right now, that pattern is also on our website, and the links there you get to choose either. You can, if you want to purchase it, you could go take the Etsy link or the PayHip link. Either one is fine, and they're PDF patterns. But this is a free pattern that you can just download from our website. I did this on US 6 4 mil needles, and the yarn is Barocco Vintage DK in the white, cracked pepper, and blush colorways. And I thought I was like using up all that I had left, and then discovered that I have a whole nother cake of the cracked pepper, which was good because I ran out of the cracked pepper.
Pink, or did you say cake?
Cake. Let them eat cake. Before I ran out of the cracked pepper when I was ready to do the ribbing, and so I went over to my craft cabinet, which you can kind of see the corner of right here, because I was going to just find something that worked, and was like, oh, I still have another cake left. This is left over from my 2019 Nanny Swimmo sweater. This yarn is left over from that. So, but yeah, and I think this was finish number like 16 for the year or something. So, I'm keeping on my Instagram. I have a story saved, like on the profile page, and I'm putting in all of my FOs this year. So you could like go through and watch all of my FOs. So that's fun. So there we go. Number 10 for the year. Let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. Dammy, what are you working on?
I have done like 6 stitches on this. Let me finish one. I mean 6 stitches since the last time I've talked about cross stitch. So this is gonna be a rose bookmark. I changed all the colors around. This is what it looks like on the pattern. I don't have my needle minder on there because I think it's in another bag. But this bag is from Fat Cat Creates. You're a fat cat.
I'm fluffy, Dammy. Don't talk about me that way. I'm pretty girl.
Didn't mean she wasn't pretty.
Pink Pearl is on her catio. Cat condo.
Her 72-inch cat condo.
Yes. Somebody told me the other day that I should enclose this balcony and make a catio. I can't do that. I don't own the place. I only rent. So, you have been extremely busy with school this quarter. And next week is finals week. Today is actually the last day of classes. So, yay, and then spring break. So you'll be back with me during spring break recording. Mm-hmm. Remind me at the end to talk about that we may have to potentially, we're going to have to shift around recording days at some point, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so you're working on your rose bookmark right now? Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
What are you working on?
The only thing that I'm actively working on is in my project bag from the Black Needle Society, the Nice List Advent box. This is from Garen Toten Bags, the Winter Birds.
Cardinals.
And the March subscription box, I got a shipping notice on. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully it'll be here for next episode. So, but I am working on the Gilmore Girls sampler, which is a pattern that it's a free pattern, a stitch along from the Enablers Facebook group, and I've got that linked in our show notes, which is at
GGKCS.com.
See, we still got this. I am behind because I'm trying to see what number Clue released today. Clue 31 released today, and I've completed through 23. And this is just on a 14 count Ada from, I believe, Joann's. So here's where I'm at. So let me walk you through this, Dammy. Here at the top, Boys Don't Like Funny Girls. That's for Mrs. Kim. We've got Pop-Tarts. We've got Harvard Yale over on this side. We have the 1,000 Yellow Daisies. We've got the French flag for Michelle. We've got Boy with the Poodles already. We have the Chilton logo. We've got I Smell Snow. We've got the motorcycle for Christopher and Jess. We've got the cornstarch box from when Rory shoplifted after kissing Dean. We've got a pot and spoon for Suki. We have 22.8 miles, which is the distance between Stars Hollow and Yale. We've got the Vicious Trollop lipstick. We've got Babette 8 oatmeal, that's for Kirk. We've got Copper Boom, that's the one I just finished last night. We have Rory's books. We have So It's a Show. It's a lifestyle. It's a religion. We have the Deer Running into the Jeep. We've got Dragonfly for Dragonfly Inn. We've got Richard's Bow Tie. We have 403, which is when Rory was born. We've got Hep Alien. Isn't that alien down there cute, Dammy? Mm-hmm. At the bottom. And we've got Luke's coffee cup. So there's where I'm at right now. Here's what's to come. I'm not going to show y'all because there's not a photo. This is just a pattern, but I'll just walk you through what's coming up. We've got the no cell phones for Luke. loops. We've got the banana for Paris. We've got the all-in baseball cap for Luke. We have the umbrella for In Omnium Paratus. We have the needle and thread and pins for Lorelei sewing because, you know, she did like costumes and alterations and such. We have the... It's a cocktail, and I'm trying to remember what...
Is it Shirley Temple?
It might be. I'm trying to remember what... Give me a second here. I will look it up. And then we've got the ball and chain for Richard and Emily. And then we've got a martini for Emily. But I'm trying to remember what that one was for, the drink. Hold on just a second. Let's see here. This would be number 29, and I want to see the post. Oh, it's the Founders Day Punch. That's what it is. Okay. Miss Patty's Founders Day Punch. So that is the ones that that I have, and I'm not sure how many there are going to end up being because, like, let me show you here, Danny. We've still got space over here under the Harvard and Yale next to the poodle above Suki's pot. We have the center, which I'm thinking is probably going to be, say, Gilmore Girls, and then we have space underneath the baseball cap. So I'm wondering if there's maybe 3 or 4 more clues, maybe 2 there, and then maybe 1 there and 1 there. I don't know for sure. I'm not sure how many clues total there are going to be. So that's where I am with that, and I'm enjoying it. And, you know, as I talked about last week, I don't have as much time for crafting now since I'm working a full-time job. And so I am just crafting what's making me happy. And, you know, maybe eventually I'll get in a good rhythm and have more time for crafting. But if I don't, I'm still crafting and I'm doing what's making me happy. And that's the important thing. And I'm doing, especially with the preemie hats, I'm doing what I'm passionate about and is benefiting families and patients. So, and that's what's important to me. So, we do have cross-stitch content in Yummies. So, stay tuned. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show that I've really, really, really missed. Yummies. What are yummies, Tammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. First up, this arrived just before I moved, and so it's been just sitting, waiting, because I wanted for us to be back to a regular episode before we talked about it. There we go. This is from Knit Crate. This is the January. They're a little bit behind because with the COVID, there's been delays in manufacturing and yarn and shipping and such. So they've been keeping us updated. I don't know if you've seen the emails. They've been keeping us updated. But this is the January 2021 box called Shadows. Was the theme. And the yarn we got, it's very squishy. It's Audine Wools by Knit Crate Haze, which is a 70% superwash merino, 20% kid mohair, 10% silk. 100 grams, 120 yards, and the colorway is Penumbra. Penumbra. It's this gorgeous... Penumbra. It's this gorgeous gray. Have you squished this? It's very soft because of that kid mohair and silk. And I have not looked at the patterns that came. Life's been busy. But we did get these cute, like the little goodie are these labels to put in it. So it looks like there's 2 of each of them. One that says, "This took forever to make, don't ruin it." Hand stitched with love and lots of yarn. 100% handmade and non-regiftable. I used the good stuff for you. Maybe we'll put these in for the grand prize bundles for the RAL read along next year, and just put a few in each of the bundles. That'd be really nice. So, and we do have coupon code for Knit Crate. You can use the code, all capital letters, Geeky20, Geeky, and the numbers 20 to get 20% off your first order with Knit Crate. It will work to discount the first month of a recurring monthly subscription or any of the shop items. The link and the coupon code are in the show notes. Next, the new issue of Pom Pom Quarterly came. This is issue number 36, spring 2021. As always, it smells amazing. This is the quilt-inspired issue, Block Party. Dammy and I, neither one have had a chance to look through this, and with as much stuff as we have to cover today, because we've got to announce the Winter Wonderland prize winners, and we've got to announce the Sheepy Spring Owl, we're going to wait until Dammy's back on in 2 weeks and review it then. So, stay tuned. I know I've seen previews of stuff. There's lots of lovely pieces in here. So, yeah. So we will look at this and review it in 2 weeks. So, Dammy, can I hand you this stuff to set over there so that I can open this last thing? And then Dammy brought this to me this morning, and I squealed, and I'm so excited because when I ordered it, I didn't have my new address because it was a pre-order. So I was like, hey, Dammy, can I have this mailed to your apartment? And then you can bring it to me. And so it arrived, today's Friday, it arrived on Wednesday, I think. And I was just like, I can't wait to see it. This is the Forbidden Fibers Gilmore Girls cross-stitch kit. And look at the project bag, y'all. It's Lorelai and Rory, and it's sparkle. The only way it could be better if it was pink. But they did it this color, I think, to coordinate with what else is in here that I'm about to show you. On the back, oh, I didn't realize this was sparkle too. On the back is sparkle black, where you lead, I will follow. I'm so excited. There was this really sweet note from Leanne, along with a spoiler card. So the project bag was made by Forbidden Fiber Co. And then we have from Twin Mommy Creations, we have this beautiful wooden needle minder. And it's Luke's on the front. And it's the Gilmore Girls logo on the back. Very pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm not going to set that on my computer. That would be bad because there's a magnet in it. So there's that. And then we have fabric dyed by Forbidden Fiber Co. I chose the Ada Zweigart in the 14 count. The color is Frozen. I'm just going to open it all the way up so that you can see the full. Oh, and it's a nice big piece. But let me get up close. Can you see? It's very subtle, the browns in it. But it's gorgeous. Let me see if I can get this folded back again. There we go. Absolutely lovely. Okay, fold there, fold there. Now let's stick it back in here, because I have not even taken a photo of it for social media yet. But I'm going to. Okay, go in there. And then there are 4 flosses, all dyed by Forbidden Fiber Co. 3 of them are 6-yard skeins, and 1 is a 10-yard skein. I think probably this is the 10-yard skein, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Okay, and these were all hand-dyed. This is the premiere for these colors, and they were created especially for this kit, modeled after the yarn that they created for the Gilmore Girls treasure trove. So they had a yarn one as well, but we know how much yarn I have, a lot. Okay, so, oh yeah, it says it on the back, Cece, which one was 10 and which is 6. This is I'm All In, this gorgeous, like cornflower kind of blue. And then there is In Omnia Paratus, which is a variegated blue. There is Monkey Underpants, which is brown and kind of a cream and blue. And then there is Coffee, which of course is a lovely brown. And then all those colors go in this pattern that I cannot wait to start. Designed by Leanne Ross of Forbidden Fiber Co. This is called the Reigning Lorelies. So at the top we have In Omnium Paratus with the umbrella. Of course we have the coffee in the center. On the left we have Stars Hollow, founded 1779. We have Oi with the poodles already. We have the Dragonfly Inn, and then we have Snowflakes for I Smell Snow. And it's stunning, and I love this kit so much. I cannot wait to stitch it, and Leanne did an amazing job. Yeah, I am very impressed, and yay, I'm just so excited because it's so amazing. I don't think there are any more of these available. I think it was a limited pre-order, but I think I might have to move my my Gilmore Girls sampler over into this project bag because I love it. I have my phone sitting on my leg because I'm waiting for a delivery, and they're going to, when somebody buzzes my apartment, it rings to my cell phone, and then I can buzz them in by pressing a key on my phone. So I don't want to miss the delivery. So my phone is like sliding around here. Do you have any yummies, Stammy, other than Knit Crate that we talked about and Pom Pom Quarterly?
No.
Okay. You've been so busy with school. Okay, well then let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Dammy?
It is a crafty photo a day challenge that we have. You pick up
You take a look at the prompt.
Take a look at the prompt for that day. Take a picture related to it. Post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. March, the theme is colors.
Mm-hmm.
Today's color, wait, let me double check. Today's, it's colors or color related words, and today's color related word is flamboyant. I'll be posting that later. Did you see what I posted yesterday for your favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
It was, I was being very ironic because people were asking to see my new couch that we're sitting on that I got. And pink is my favorite color, so I took a picture of pink pearl on the couch and said pink and gray. You see what I did there? Okay, so what are we about to show them, Dammy?
A photo from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. Those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. You take a look at the prompt for the day. As we said a while ago, today's prompt is flamboyant. You interpret that however you wish. We're very cheater-friendly on this. You post your photo on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag GGKCraftyPad because that's how we find your photo. If you have a private account on Instagram and you're participating, you need to message Dammy's Doodles, so that they can follow you, because otherwise we can't see your photos. And then yours might get chosen and featured here and in the show notes and on social media, in the Facebook group, all the places. So, all right, I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
So what are you reading, Tammy?
I am reading Lonely Planet, which is a play by Stephen Dietz.
Is this for one of your classes?
Yes, I'm doing a final project on it.
Ooh. And what is it about?
It was written in the mid-90s. It is adjacent to the AIDS crisis. It's about isolation and friendship.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Well, I assume with all of your schoolwork, you're getting in at least 15 minutes a day. Mm-hmm. What am I talking about?
The January, February, March read-along.
Wow. So this is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day every day. It doesn't matter what you're reading as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. In the Facebook group, there is a... Dammy's leg is falling asleep. They're trying to get adjusted. In the Facebook group, there is a thread, a post where you comment once and then you edit your comment to list the days that you read at least 15 minutes. Some people do in-depth detail. Some people just do the 15-minute note or whatever. That's fine. That's my coffee pot making noises. Because on the days I'm off, I make a full pot of coffee and then I just keep turning it back on so that I can have a cup of coffee in the afternoon. And by participating in the
read-along,
the 3-month, what do I call it? Quarterly challenges. You earn entries into the year-long challenge, and at the beginning of 2022, we will draw for 3 grand prize winners. And there are ways to earn bonus entries. All the details of that is in the Facebook group and in the show notes. Okay, what am I reading? I'm actually not, I didn't put this in here, but I'm not actually reading the Book for Book Club this month because I read it just a few months ago. So it's Unclobber by Colby Martin. So I'm not rereading it since I already read it so recently. I am continuing to read the 5th book in the Harry Potter series, The Order of the Phoenix, along with Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast and Switch and Flick and All Potter podcast. And this week was the Department of Ministries. I think we only have like maybe 3 or 4 more chapters to go, and we'll be at the end of this book. I did not put in all the books that I read because I didn't talk about books last week. I didn't put in all the books that I read during our hiatus. I've just put in what I finished and started this week. So I finished reading book number 2 in the Kingston cycle by C.L. Polk called Storm Song. And this is a fantasy series. Like witches can control the weather and things like that. But there has been this hidden secret within the government, and then it broke open and all kinds of things. It's a really interesting series. She does that all the time.
Oh my goodness, come up here.
Don't lay on the yarn.
Yeah, I move it. Ah! Oh, no, sorry. You can lay on that.
Hi, baby. We were laughing because this cat condo that Dammy bought for Pink Pearl, it has this small shelf out to the side, and I don't know. She jumps off it, and it's like further than she realizes, and it's funny. Anyway, and then I started reading the 3rd book in the Kate Kane Paranormal Investigator series by Alexis Hall called Fire and Water. And as the description says, she's a paranormal investigator, like a private detective, and it's another fantasy type series. So, aw, you're so cute.
I forgot I do have something for Yummies. I'm wearing a shirt that my best friend Hallie made me. The light is shining on it weird, so you can't really read it. But it says Covered in You from Ivy by Taylor Swift, and she's got lots of shirts. In her Etsy right now, she has a Harry Styles shirt, she has more of these, I think, and she has a couple of WandaVision things up.
I haven't watched WandaVision. Should I watch it?
I think you'll be confused, but you might enjoy it.
I've seen a lot of people say that they were confused. So, maybe I'll watch it. We'll see.
I watched all of WandaVision, too, for watching.
Oh, okay. We'll put that in there. Let me type it in. But I guess I need
It's one word.
I need to watch it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. So, how many episodes is it?
9.
Okay. Are they like hour long, or like 45-minute long, or half hour?
Half hour to 40 minutes.
Okay. So maybe I'll watch that. I'm
Sorry, I don't know what you were talking about.
No, it's fine. I was checking on my package. I got distracted. I was about to talk about TV. I was about to ask you if you watched anything. Y'all also watch Criminal Minds a lot, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Shark Tank.
Oh. Anything interesting?
Do you know what Shark Tank is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. There have been a couple companies that we know of.
Oh. I'm just putting this stuff in the show notes so I can put it in the show notes. I'm putting it in the Google Doc that Dammy and I share so that I can put it in the show notes. And then what I've been watching, House Hunters. Actually, there's a House Hunters International episode up on the TV right now that I've watched about half of, and I need to finish watching. This one is in Ireland, and it's gorgeous. I am watching Law & Order Special Victims Unit. So I finished watching season 4. I'm watching season 5, and I'm also watching the episodes that go along with That's Messed Up and SVU podcast, which is hysterical, not safe for children. But what they do is they do a recap of an episode. Then they talk about the true crime that inspired that episode, and then they have someone who was in the episode on the podcast. The big names thus far have been, I can't remember what his real name is, but he plays Captain Cragen, and he was so funny. They had Margaret Cho, and they had Diane Neal, who played one of the district attorneys, and then she apparently during the COVID was in this TV movie, and so on Lifetime, so Lifetime sent them a screener copy, and then they hosted after it aired Instagram Live with Diane Neal, which was kind of cool. But it also had Tamara Tooney from SVU in it, and it had there was other names out because I haven't watched the movie, but let's see if I can find this right quick. Diane Neal. Go back. And then let's see, what was the movie called? Circle of Deception. It's from an Anne Rule book. Oh, it had Chimoa Pinnickett from I think Battlestar Galactica, and I think he was in Supernatural. It had Paul McGillen from Stargate in it. So anyway, if I get a chance, maybe I'll watch that. And then I'm watching season 2 of Prodigal Son. I'm watching series 2 of A Discovery of Witches, and actually I have the series 2 finale to watch tonight, or today, sometime today. And then they've already filmed series 3, and that's the end, because they're only doing the 3 series for the 3 books. Oh, nope, that's spam. It's not my my apartment buzzer. Watching season 14 of Murdoch Mysteries, and I watched the first half of the 2 episodes season finale, and guess what?
Someone died.
Murdoch has a son that he did not know about, who is like, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 years old now, and he just found out.
That's not socially appropriate.
His mother was in the show, like, how many ever seasons ago, and had to go into hiding because somebody was after her. Sorry for the interruption. My parcel arrived from UPS. They did what I asked them to do and buzzed me. There were some issues with delivery companies because it's a long story. I don't need to tell you. My parcel arrived. Dammy's going to come back over this weekend and help me build this last piece of furniture. In the meantime, it's sitting.
It's heavy.
It is. It's like 80-something pounds because it's a big. What it is a sewing/craft cart, but it's kind of like a sewing desk, but it opens up and the top is butcher block. And so I'm actually going to put it right here behind the couch and use it as a desk because it's got cabinet space and such in it, but also use it. You can see I brought 2 of the dining chairs with me when I moved because I didn't bring the dining table because it's really big. So I was like, I'm going to get something else. And so, but I can use that because of the butcher block top as a dining table if I have like Dammys over and we want to eat at a table, or if I have company over after the COVID or whatever. So it's kind of a multi-purpose piece, which is nice because, you know, this is a studio apartment that I'm in, a studio flat. So it's just under like 500 square feet. So like the couch is here, my craft cabinet's here. We'll put that desk craft cart thing behind the couch. But then my bed is just right over there. And my kitchen is right there and all that. Anyway. NCIS. Season 18. So I can't remember her name. The counselor lady. I want to say. Oh, sorry. I'm consulting my IMDb. Somebody's probably yelling it at me. I want to say her last name in real life is like Bella. Hold that thought, friends. Sloane, that's her character's name. Maria Bello, that's her name in real life. She left the show.
Oh. That was only like 3 seasons, wasn't it?
Let's see. She was in NCIS for 73 episodes. 2017 to 2021.
Do you have bitty scissors?
There are scissors in the notions pouch in the birdie bag. And there might be some in the knitting bag as well. There's a notions pouch in there that has floss in it, and they're magnetized. They're really, really sharp. They're magnetized to the snippety. But be careful because they're really sharp. And there's a needle underneath them on the magnets, so just be careful. Anyway, she left the show. And then horrible tragedy happened.
Again.
Emily Fornell died. They had been talking. She had been in some previous episodes, especially this season. I'm trying to think prior seasons, dealing with addiction, and she had gotten clean. And then, as sometimes happen when people have an addiction, their body builds up this tolerance, and then they stop taking the drugs. And then, if they relapse and take the same amount that they had previously taken, their body doesn't react well, and sadly, sometimes people don't make it. And so, the end of the episode was so beautifully poignant. Director Vance Leon had been given this poem when his wife was killed, and he gave this poem to who is the guy in Autopsy, not Ducky? Jimmy, because his wife died during COVID. Because of COVID. And then Leon also was going to give it to Fernell, but he read it, and it was beautiful. The poem was Epitaph by Merritt Malloy, and it's very beautiful, and it was very, very touching. And it kind of tied into all these losses and people who have died and during COVID. And so it was very poignant. And then in a totally different direction, I watched the first episode of season 5 of The Masked Singer last night. Do you know who was the first celebrity who was unmasked? And I guessed it. I knew who it was.
I don't know. Donny Osmond.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
And guess what he was dressed in?
Frog.
A snail.
A snail?
Yes, it was adorable. Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture for you.
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog Masked Singer. It was adorable. And it was so funny. Oh yeah, here we go. See?
That's not adorable. That's frightening.
So it had a top hat here where Kermit is sitting. Oh, wait, you can see it right there. And so they took the top hat off, and everybody was like, who? There's nobody there. And then Kermit popped out, and it was so funny. But I guessed it. And even one of the judges said, it kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog. And then went like a totally different direction, naming a human, not a frog. But I guessed, I was like, as he was singing, I was like, that really sounds like Kermit the Frog. So anyway, it was funny. It was cute. Yeah. And then listening to, as always, my favorite murder podcasts, all those other podcasts that I've mentioned, and some that I haven't mentioned, but that's fine. Random Spotify playlists. What have you been listening to?
Cabin Pressure, random Spotify playlists.
There we go. All right. Well, we've got some prizes to announce, so let's move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about the end of the December, January, February winter wonder.
Hey, you didn't let me sing.
I forgot.
Walking in a winter wonderland. Do-do-do-do.
Ow.
Okay, this ended while we were on hiatus. But, Dammy, why don't you tell us who finished projects? Is this like during all of hiatus?
Mm-hmm.
Who finished projects during all of hiatus before this ended at the end of February?
Andrea, Brittany, Emily R, Jane S, Janine, Jen R, Jennifer B.H, Lisa S.H, Sarah G, Silver, Tracy, and Tyra.
Great job, everybody. Okay, we have prize winners to announce. So, do you want to say the prizes or the people?
Prizes.
Okay. Okay, before we do this, all of these are physical prizes. So, if you are a prize winner, I need you to email us at
GGKCS podcast@gmail.com
with your full name, mailing address. If your full name is different than your Facebook name, you need to tell me that as well so that I can match you up. Okay? And you'll have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it, which happens occasionally, and then that prize goes back into the prize box, which is currently under my TV. Under the desk under my TV. So, all right. Here are the prize winners. So go for it, Danny.
We have the Santa Claus Hoop Cross Stitch Kit.
The winner of that is number 139, Silver D.
We have the Pandia's Jewels Hunger Games Stitch Marker Set.
The winner of that is number 8, Sarah G.
We have Audion Wools by Knit Crate Shine Sport. 2 skeins in the sky colorway. 2 winners are getting each one skein.
The winners are number 118, Jane S., and number 197, Tyra J.
We have Uru Yarn by Knit Crate Cotton Basic in the Pavement colorway.
The winner of that is number 115, Lisa S.H.
We have the Shorter Things collection by D. Marie Prokop, which comes with a set of stitch markers and bookmark.
And the winner of that is number 153, Emily R. So those winners are Silver D, Sarah G, Jane S, Tyra J, Lisa S.H, and Emily R. Great. Congratulations, everybody. And also a thank you, love, to all of our prize donors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you were a prize winner, email us. What's the email again?
GGKCSpodcast@gmail.com.
Full name, mailing address. If your Facebook name is different than your real full name, you need to tell me that. And 30 days to claim your prize. And it's a little more difficult for me to mail prizes from where I live because there's not we have outgoing mail down in the lobby where our mailboxes are, but it's a very narrow slot. So if you won like yarn or something, it may take me a few extra days because I've got to I can pack it up, but I need to get it to a mailbox to drop it off. So that may have to work around my work schedule or whatever. So just an FYI on that. Okay, well, we started a new owl since this one ended, so let's move on and talk about that one.
Now we're going to talk about our March, April, May Sheepy Spring Owl. So this started on March 1st and it runs through the 31st of May. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, spin, stitch, or sew that you can convince us is related to spring. If you can't think of anything, you made it in the spring.
Yes.
Our main rules still apply. No whips are allowed. Your project must have been begun no earlier than the 1st of March, then finished no later than the 31st of May. And each project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin must be at least 20 yards. If it's not at least 20 yards, you need to group it in a single comment and a single photo in our Facebook FO thread, and that's going to count as one entry. You can feel free to polytip another alongs as long as it fits in with their rules.
Please complete the Google form to help us make sure you're receiving a prize you'll actually enjoy using. When I was doing the random number generator for prizes for the Winter Owl, I consulted that to make sure that whatever prize you were getting was actually a craft you do. If you don't fill that out, you get what you get if you're a prize winner. So,
we're going to talk about the prizes. Thank you so much to our donors who provided these prizes for this owl. If you're interested in donating a prize for this or a future owl, you can email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. Right now, the prizes we have are an Alpine Flowers cross-stitch kit donated by Hillary.
we have Uber Yarn by Knit Crate Chonky, base 2 skeins of petal. 2 winners will each win 1 skein.
Another 2 winners will each win 1 skein of Audine Wools by Knit Crate Sleek in the Unwind colorway.
And we have 2 notebooks from Honeyberry Studios. 2 winners will each win 1 notebook. And thank you again to our prize donors. Love y'all.
You have to be a member of the GGKCS podcast group on Facebook in order to participate. There's a hashtag if you want to tag your projects on social media. It's GGKCS Spring21. And then our FO thread will be locked for comments on the morning of the 1st of June, and winners will be drawn for the next podcast after that. And as always, any winners have 30 days to claim their prize or they forfeit it. There's also a chatter thread in the Facebook group. And the people who have finished projects since the beginning of March are Andrea, Brittany, Sarah G, Tracy, and Tyra.
Great job, everybody. You have about a little over 2.5 months still to work on projects and get them posted. And I love seeing the variety of things that are posted among all different crafts, and we love it. All right, well, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeks, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them. This week's question was originally asked in 2017. Jen asks, I really enjoy the updates on what you are reading and watching. How do you typically read? Books, ebooks, or listen to audiobooks? I've been trying to listen to audiobooks while I knit, 2 birds, 1 stone thing, but I tend to get distracted compared to when I'm reading an actual book. Do either of you have a schedule, reading time each day, and knitting time? Thank you for letting me obsess over your reading/knitting time.
You want to go first?
I read when I read.
Do you usually read physical books or digital?
It's all been digital stuff because...
At school? Do you usually read like in bed, on your phone, or at your desk?
At my desk, on my computer.
Cool. I tend to read either ebooks or audiobooks. Occasionally I do read a physical book, but for the most part it's ebooks. My reading time has been cut down significantly with going back to work, but I do read sometimes on the bus, sometimes on my lunch break while I'm eating. The bulk of my reading time is in bed before I go to sleep. But what used to be like a couple hours of reading time is now cut down to about 30 to 45 minutes of reading time at night. On work night, on nights where I'm having to go to bed to get up for work the next day, because I work 4 10-hour shifts. So, yeah. If I'm knitting while I'm reading, I usually like set up my phone on this, like I've got this pillow that you can set either phone or iPad or tablet on, and I will tend to knit like just plain vanilla socks so that I can tap the screen with my pinky and continue reading while I'm knitting. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know if I'm going to reach my reading goal for this year with my reading time cut down, so I may have to reassess because I had made a goal of reading 200 books, but I'm like 3 or 4 behind right now, currently. So, but I have been reading fairly significantly large books as of late. So, it's taking me longer to read, obviously. So, but yeah, hope that is helpful. Thanks for the question, Jen. Gammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeks thread in our Facebook group and post it.
Or
put it in the YouTube comments.
Yes, and then we'll copy it over so that we can answer it. All right. I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. Made it to the end of the show. That was a lot of stuff that we had to cover, but we made it through. I know we're a little bit rusty getting back into the flow of things, but we're glad to be back with y'all. We've missed you. Definitely. That was the longest we have taken off since starting the podcast. It'll be 9 years in August. Yeah. It was nice to have a break, especially with the transition of life. But we definitely did miss y'all and are glad to be back with you. Some announcements. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Right now, I'm working Monday through Thursday. I'm working, like I said in the last segment, I'm working 4 10-hour shifts. Mm-hmm. So we're recording today on Friday, and this will go live on Saturday. But once I'm out of orientation training, my schedule is going to shift probably. Not 100% sure yet. I think it's going to be Tuesday through Friday I work. So maybe we can record like on Sundays, and I can push it live on Monday. If I have Mondays off. So just stay tuned. We will keep you updated. I'm not 100% sure when that's going to go into effect. But we'll keep you updated and get into a rhythm and a routine. Because once that happens, once I know for sure what my schedule is going to be after orientation training, it should stay that way. Unless there's like something, some unexpected holiday or something or whatever. But for the most part, that's what, once it gets set, that's what it should be. So, and like I said last week, I'm not going to start back up doing Stitch With Me's right now. Maybe once I get into the full routine, once I have my final schedule and everything, maybe I'll be able to add those back in. But for right now, we're just going to stick with the episodes, regular episodes. So, okay. I am a VIP with the Black Needle Society. They have a waiting list now for their subscription boxes because y'all exploded them and they got so many that they had to put a cap on them. So if you're not on the wait list, you should go over to their website, theblackneedlesociety.com, and get on the wait list. And once you come off the wait list, you can use the coupon code, all capital letters, Java Pearl with the number 5, JAVAPURL 5, for a discount on your first box of the box-to-box subscriptions. It's not valid on special edition boxes, but there is a Gilmore Girls box coming later this year, and I'm so excited. Like I said earlier, my March box should be, I got the shipping notice that the label had been created, and I know they've been packing them up. So I don't know if it'll be here in time for next week's episode or if it'll be our next joint one in 2 weeks. But it will be coming. I'm so excited for the May box, which is Rainbow Pride, which is going to be amazing. So make sure and join. I'm so excited. They're doing I think it's a 31-day Halloween box this year. I'm really excited for that. So, we have a private chat with the reps and VIPs and the owners of Black Needle Society, and we've all been like, yeah, just sign us up for perpetuity. We just want everything. So, I didn't get the Frogwarts box this year, the year 2 box, because it was in the midst of my moving. So, maybe I'll be able to sign up and get. I finished my water. Oops. Sign up and get for next year's year 3 box. We'll see. We'd like to say a huge thank you, love y'all, to everyone who supports the podcast. And, as I said last week, if with the changes in life that Dammy and I have announced over the course of these last few months, if you can't be kind, about it, we ask you to go, because I know that there are people who don't agree with Dammy and I coming out as part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I have lost family and friends over this, as well as Dammy has lost family and friends over this. So if you can't be kind and supportive, please move on. So if you would like to support the podcast financially, which honestly the bulk of the money goes to paying for shipping, like for shipping out all the prizes that we announced the winners of today, there are several ways you can do that. Patreon and YouTube Join are the main ones, and you can choose what level to join at, and you earn rewards or perks based on the level you join at to support your favorite creatives. Dammy, if somebody wants to know more or wants to sign up, where should they go?
Patreon.com/GGKCS.
Or for YouTube Join?
Or click the join button under any of our YouTube videos.
Yes, what's another way, Dammy?
There is a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
We are bookshop.org affiliates. We make a list every week in our bookshop of the books that we talk about in the episode, as long as they're available. Sometimes if they're a little bit more indie books, they might not be available at Bookshop website. But Bookshop is an online bookstore with a mission to financially support local independent bookstores. If you purchase a book from our shop, we earn a commission, and local independent bookstores also earn money from your purchase. Our shop is at bookshop.org/shop/GGKCS. And we are Amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our site first, click on the appropriate link, do your shopping as normal. We earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you'd be doing anyway. It doesn't cost you anything extra. So, Dammy, why don't you tell them where to find us online?
You can find us at ggkcs.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online everywhere else we are online. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc.
Yes. Well, with that, we're going to say goodbye. We want to remind you to continue being safe, wearing your masks, get your vaccine when you can. I've had my first vaccine, and I'm getting my second shot next Thursday. So I'm really excited about that. But wear your masks, be safe. Yeah, you'll get yours as soon as you're able to.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to move up on the list just because I'm working in the medical field now with my new job. And that puts me interacting with patients and families some. So, yeah, so I was able to go ahead and get mine. But, yeah, be smart, be safe, be healthy, happy crafting, and until we see you again next time.
Hey, baby, what you doing? Are you in your box in the sunshine? Mr. Sun? Did you jump down in there? You like boxes, don't you? Oh, yeah. You like boxes. Sweet girl. Oh, smell. Smell. Oh, hello.